Mr. Lightstone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm honored to stand and recognize a very important guest. Just kidding. I must apologize for my earlier incident. My mind was enthralled with my distracted driving questions. Mr. Speaker, my questions on this very beautiful day are for the Minister of Economic Development and Transportation again. Mr. Speaker, the sun is shining and the ice is melting. The bay will soon be open and another sea lift and boating season will be upon us. As one of the Iqaluit MLAs, I'm looking forward to the completion of work on our community's new marine infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to ask if the Minister can provide an updated timeline on the completion of the construction and subsequent grand opening of the port. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister of Economic Development and Transportation, Mr. David Iqaluit.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'll knock on wood in hopes that we can get it done at the end of this fall session, fall season, not session, but fall season. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
For supplementary, Mr. Lightstone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Hopefully we will be able to squeeze in some of our final sea lift vessels into that new port in the fall. Mr. Speaker, information produced by the Minister's Department indicates that it's been working to develop an operations plan inception report to refine the estimates of annual operations and maintenance costs for the new marine facilities in both Iqaluit and Mitimatuli. It is my understanding that this work is intended to consider everything from power costs to other operational expenses. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to ask if the Minister can clarify how much progress has been made on this work, and will he commit to sharing the report with a member of the Legislative Assembly representing the two communities? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Minister of Economic Development and Transportation, Mr. David Iqaluit.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we currently have an engineering consultant preparing the operational plans and what is needed for the two facilities. That work is ongoing. Once I know the plan or the work and what our government accepts in terms of moving forward, I'd be happy to provide any details that are taking place. These are new facilities, and we're going to need to figure out what we'll be doing. I want to. When we're before the committee of the whole, I'll be prepared to elaborate more with my experts here, because we are asking for additional money for this particular section. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Second and final supplementary, Mr. Lightstone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to thank the Minister for his responses. And I look forward to following up later on in the sitting during the Minister's appearance before a committee of the whole. As the Minister is aware, although the Iqaluit International Airport is a piece of public infrastructure, day-to-day operations are managed by a private entity, Nunavut Airport Services. I'd like to ask the Minister if he can clarify what management model is being developed for the operations of Iqaluit's new port. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Minister of Economic Development and Transportation, Mr. David Iqaluit.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that's part of the operational plan that is being developed. I cannot say which way it's at right now at the current time, but once I've made those decisions, I'll be happy to provide an update to this House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Oral questions. Member for